Hi, my name's Stuart Mackintosh and I studied politics and social policy at Newcastle University from 1986 to 1989. It was a fantastic time. I started out in Leazes Terrace opposite the football stadium, so we could hear the cheering and the shouts every weekend. I remember the outstanding teaching. I remember Professor Michael Clark, who taught international politics with a lecture every week at 9 a.m. on a Thursday morning, which is a tough gig in Newcastle for various reasons related to inability of students to get up. It was always packed, at least 200 people in that class. It was superb, and he was an incredibly motivational speaker and teacher, and influenced me significantly. I didn't have a properly formed idea of what I was going to do. Ultimately, I was lucky enough to get an internship with the European Commission with the support of my professors here, and that was my very first job straight after university. I started in politics and political advisory work for politicians. I then went to work for the largest trading company in the world, a Japanese company, and then I segued from that into running a think tank of central bankers and government leaders and heads of state, and I've also run the largest economics association in the United States. So it's been a varied career, but one which has been massively underpinned by my undergraduate and postgraduate work and support from the university, and I have to say I'm very thankful for it. I had one professor in particular, Phil Daniels in the politics department, who was incredibly tolerant of my need of occasional advice, both as a student, because I did my sort of undergraduate thesis with him on the history of the Labour Party post-war, and then after I left, I would have occasional conversations with him. Maybe every year, every 18 months, I'd call him up, and it was just a really good sounding board. And then many years later, on the basis of that conversation and that ongoing conversation that I had with him, I said to him, look, I'm thinking about doing a PhD, and I've looked at these various institutions, and he said, oh, you shouldn't do that. Come back to Newcastle, you can do it here. I did it part-time while working full-time. It's not an easy thing to do, but I think sometimes when you come back to do your postgraduate degrees, if you've already got a bit of work experience, you are better suited to juggle things. My only regret is that because I was a part-time student, I didn't actually get to live in Newcastle again, which I really missed. Doing that PhD here with Newcastle, again, further down my career, has been a massive positive in my professional life, without a doubt. I benefit from not just talking to people my own age, but talking to young people who have new ideas, new experiences, and new solutions. There tends to be a sense when you're a bit older that you're ground down and you look at all of the reasons why you can't do something, why you can't deliver the thing that you're focused on. But the next generation has more verve. They're willing to say, let's re-examine this, let's talk about the options, let's not say no, let's see what can be done. You don't know exactly where you're headed. I mean, most people, I certainly didn't know exactly where I would end up as a young student, and then I'm in my first and second jobs. You take those steps and you move forward with that underpinning that you've got from the university, and make the determinations advised by other people in your community. Ask your more senior colleagues and members of your community for advice. Speak to them about opportunities. Speak to them about the chances and openings that occur. Don't be set on one particular thing only. It's hard to tell where you're going to go, where exactly you're going to end up. There are many, many opportunities that will open for you, but Look for counsel, ask for advice. People want to help you.